Global Attitude Survey of the Pew Research Center is out, and its findings give a deep look in how the globe views Indians. And while it is clear that India's arch rival Pakistan and Turkey has possibly the most anti-India sentiment, a deep peek into the findings of the survey that has recorded responses from as many as 36 countries across the globe shows that countries that once held a favourable view of Indians now house a high number of respondents that have acknowledged that they have an unfavourable view of India. The survey has found that across 36 countries, a median of 45% of respondents hold a favourable view of India, while a median of 41% of respondents staying in these 36 countries hold an unfavourable view of India. So clearly, according to the Pew Research Center's findings, the respondents who have said that they hold a favourable view of India are a little higher in number than those who have said that they hold India unfavourably. While in Pakistan, almost 91% of respondents have admitted that they hold India unfavourably, which is on expected lines. As many as 72% respondents from Turkey have said that they hold an unfavourable view of Indians. So while this is on expected lines, the third spot is bagged by Malaysia, which is home to almost 2.9 million of Indians, where almost 58% of respondents have said that they hold an unfavourable view of India. Malaysia is closely followed up by respondents from West Bank and East Jerusalem, which correspond to the state of Palestine, where almost 56% of respondents have said that they hold an unfavourable view of India. Now this comes even as India has been sending supplies of aid to the Palestinian people, but also comes at a time when India is increasingly growing closer to Israel. After the Palestinian people, it is Australia, which was once thought about as a favourable country for Indians, where almost 55% respondents have said that they hold an unfavourable view of India. It is important to be noted that extremism in Australia has been a major point of concern in India as well, and the Ministry of External Affairs has also raised the issue with the Australian government during bilateral meetings. Now, after Australia, it is none other than one of the most strategic South Asian neighbours of India, Bangladesh, where almost 51% of respondents have said that they have an unfavourable view of India. Now, this of course comes at a time when relationship between India and Bangladesh had hit a major low under the Muhammad Yunus regime after the ouster of former Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who continues to stay in India in exile and whose extradition has become one of the major thorns in the relationship between India and Bangladesh. Significantly, after Bangladesh, it is the United States of America that houses the maximum number of Indians across the globe, where almost 50% respondents have said that they hold an unfavourable view of Indians. We at India Abroad have been reporting how there has been a rise of anti-South Asian and anti-Indian sentiment within the United States of America, and how discussions of an Indian takeover of the United States of America and the H-1B visa program have been rampant on social media platforms. It also comes at a time when the Donald Trump administration has been cracking down on illegal immigrants and also mulling curbs on the H-1B program, along with the entry of foreign nationals to the United States of America via the H-1B program. The United States of America is closely followed by Singapore, and 48% of respondents from the country have said that they hold an unfavourable view of Indians, closely followed by Indonesia, where as many as 47% of respondents have said that they hold Indians in an unfavourable light. In fact, Indonesia has tied up this spot with South Korea, So while we've discussed where Indians are being seen as unfavorably by people around the globe, it is now time to discuss where Indians are viewed favorably. And to a pleasant surprise, it is right in India's southern neighborhood, from where respondents of a country have said that almost 79% of them view India in a favorable light. The country is of course Sri Lanka, which India has recently helped tide over an economic crisis at a time when the Chinese had left the Sri Lankans in a lurch after a massive build-up of credit that Sri Lanka owed China. It is important to be noted that it was India that had risen to the occasion and helped Sri Lanka with a credit line, bailing the country out of an economic crisis. In fact, India has also been at the forefront of extending help to Sri Lankans during the West Asia crisis, when essential supplies of fuel and energy were disrupted due to the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. In fact, not only in Sri Lanka, but India had ensured energy supplies to Bangladesh, Nepal and Bhutan as well. Now, after Sri Lanka, it is an African country, Kenya, where as many as 71% of respondents have said that they hold India in a favourable light. And after Kenya, it is none other than the European nation of Germany, where as many as 63% of respondents have said that they hold India in a favourable light. Now, this comes in the backdrop of both India and Germany getting closer to each other than ever before. And it is evident that both countries share a very close bond as of 2026. Now, in an expected development after Germany, it is the state of Israel, where as many as 60% of respondents say that they hold India in a favourable light. Now, this comes in the wake of India and Israel sharing a very cordial relationship under the leaderships of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, with both leaders not only sharing a personal rapport, but with a huge number of Israelis also looking at India as a major travel destination. While there have been concerns about the activities that a certain section of these Israeli tourists have been indulging in the northern states of India, including Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand and even Jammu and Kashmir, the overall sentiment remains positive. Now, after Israel, it is another country from Europe, from where as many as 56% respondents have said that they hold India in a favourable light. And this comes in the wake of the growing proximity between India and Italy, and a special bond between the premiers of the two countries, where melody memes have especially been popular on social media platforms. It is important to be noted that both Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni not only share rapport, in fact, pictures of no other two leaders get viral so early than Modi and Meloni, along with melody hashtags. So clearly, while there is much to be concerned about the outlook of the natives of the United States of America, Canada, Bangladesh and other countries, there is also a lot to be satisfied about when it comes to the latest findings of the Pew Research Center. We'll keep tracking major developments about Indians staying abroad that impact the diaspora and opinion about them. Reporting from New Delhi, this is Shikha Salaria for India Abroad.